This Sunday afternoon 2K Sports. With the season winding down, GA, what's key for a long playoff run, do you think?
Kevin, one thing is health, right? When you look back at past NBA champions, lots of times it's the teams that were able to survive the year without any major injuries.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The rim protectors standing tall for them, Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Harden, and it's Wade in at the three slot. Now Porter, James Harden missing on the three. Pass to Clowney. Nice pass, right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Clowney's got the game going here with the first basket for Brooklyn. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Porter pulls it in. Here's Demon. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Claxton. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. 4 on the clock. Stolen by Allen. Mitchell outside. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Allen with the screen for Harden. Sinks the three-pointer.
The three-point shooting of James Harden has always been pure.
Harden's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, my guys have studied the reports, we've reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we could be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then we'd really be in good shape. Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Just 5 on the clock. Wade for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
What a look there from the big fella, Jarrett Allen. We've seen his playmaking make a big-time jump.
Pass to Demon. And a wide-open look for Porter. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now, here is Harden. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Mobley. The rebound by Demon. Nets trail by 4. Pass to Traore. To the right side. Here's Claxton, defended by Allen. Here's Demon. Fires the 3. Porter outside. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Mobley throws it down.
Wow, that is some big-time airtime by Evan Mobley. My goodness.
And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And a big part of the Nets' shot diet comes, Doris, from beyond the arc. They love the 3.
They do, Kevin, and for a team that struggles offensively and lacks interior scoring, firing away from distance gives them a puncher's chance every night.
Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Powell comes in for Traore. So he gets them both.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Pass to Tyson. Here's the floater, and the layup is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Down low. Here's Porter. It's Powell on the wing. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pass to Tyson. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rebound by Williams.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And here's Porter. Count it, good.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Harden. Then it's Sam Merrill. And it's Tomlin in at the 5, down low. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Wolf.
Getting something that close to the cup is a win as far as possessions go.
Pass to Tomlin. Now Merrill. He's guarded by Williams. Cleveland moving it around.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Mann. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Pass to Harden. The 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And it's Sharp missing. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Doris, there aren't many players like James Harden drawing total focus from opposing defenses.
And that's appropriate, Kevin, because this guy can command one side of the ball consistently. In pick and roll action, he can be a threat as a scorer, he sets his teammates, and he can be absolutely electric on the offensive end. He is a problem.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Number 1, Jared Allen.
He is an unyielding presence in the low post. I mean, he gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get that great position down low. And when he does, boy, he is impossible to move.
Harden gets it done inside. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Allen outside. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in. Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. They now take the lead. Traore's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. The Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said, with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes, and you're like, man, this guy's a point guard. Kevin, back to you.
Yep, a tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. Outside Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Tyson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Mitchell connects from 3.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Nets making a change here. Demons checked in. Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. Sam Merrill comes in for James Harden. Now, here's Mitchell. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit.
Yeah, there are levels to this, and Donovan Mitchell can hurt you from everyone. Nice midi there.
Here's Traore. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Shoots the 3. Demon, that's good. Demon's got 5 points so far. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 2. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm alongside Kenny Atkinson. Coach, what might you do to adjust going into the second half?
Well, first of all, shot selection's got to improve. If that doesn't improve, it's going to be a long night. But, you know, if we do get a good shot, we got to get back on defense. I think our transition defense, we're leaking too many points there.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
They won't see home sweet home for a while, but sometimes the road creates solidarity for the guys, team unity.
Especially if you're winning. But if you're losing, these long road trips can feel endless.
And when we look at the first half for the Nets, a close contest so far.
Talk about putting yourself in a position to succeed. They've executed, and they're taking good shots.
Playing just the way it's drawn up, and let's credit their game planning as well. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Here's Traore and the Cavaliers' Kenny Atkinson. Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, long-time record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in Cleveland.
Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Traore is out there with Demon. And it's Claxton in its center. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And here's Harden. After Michael Porter made the last three-pointer, launches it. It's hauled in by Claxton.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
That's to Demon. 6 to shoot. Here's Clowney. Porter outside. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Harden surveying the D. The 3. Harden money from the arc.
Well, this is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability.
It's Porter outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Off target with his 3.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Sinks that one from the post. Porter's got 11 points.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Harden outside from deep. Drills it from outside. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, his supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis.
Mobley misses. Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to Traore. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. It's Porter outside. Mobley with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Demon, guarded by Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Porter. Then for the Cavaliers, Tyson's checked in. And it's Sam Merrill in for Wade. Harden the pass to Mobley. Mitchell right side. Pass to Merrill. The 3 from Harden. Clowney pulls it in. Nets leading by 3. Williams looking over the floor. Here's Demon. Covered by Mitchell. The tray. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Harden left side for the tie. The Cavaliers again can't hit. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Here's Demon. Drains it from beyond the arc. Demon's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Mobley dishes to Mitchell. Holds it up there for Mobley. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Demon. Count that one. Demon's got 12.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And here's Harden for 3. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And that's a crucial 3 there. They've cut it close going into the fourth. This is far from over.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish way.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Harden. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Tomlin in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Powell. Harden missing his last shot. On the wing, Williams. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. The game now all time. Harden's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Cavs.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Now Powell. Pass to Wolf. Porter with it. The kick out to Williams. Over Harden. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Porter.
Well, read the floor. You kick it out to the open shooter. It's a simple game.
Here's Schroeder. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Here we go. Brooklyn Zone team.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now here's Harden. Pass to Nance. Claxton with the steal. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. Mitchell right side. Now here's Nance. Nance sets a screen for Harden. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 15 points here in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now Porter. And get the 3.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
All right, fans. It's time to dance. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Let's see those moves. Come on.
Brooklyn making some changes. Ami's checked in, and Demon subbed in for Zaire Williams. Cavaliers making a switch here. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Mitchell fires. He's off from 3. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Clowney. The 3 is off. Now Mobley. Porter hit the steal. 1:52 left in the fourth. From outside, 3, good. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Now, here is Harden. Harden draws the double. Mobley missed on the 3. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Now Porter. Oh, softly lays it in.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Now, here is Harden. For 3. The 3 goes down.
Big spot. The beard is here. Step up James Harden with a big bucket.
Here's Porter. Leaves it in off the window.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Harden. And he banks the layup in.
That is a prime-time player getting you a bucket when you need it. Hello, James Harden.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Up top, Porter. Wade is covering.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
Michael Porter Jr. stepping to the line with 2 shots.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
This guy embraces coming up big for his team.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here. Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
And so they foul intentionally.
Stepping the line with 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Porter pulls it down. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Trae. At the line, 2 times.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Harden. The long shot, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
second personal foul. Team's 5th foul. And out the line, shooting 2, Trae.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. So it's the Nets picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Michael Porter.